Not every time we get a rebrand in the NBA and we get some new things unveiled. Obviously, we get the city editions every single year. But we saw, I think there was like a leaked article about, I don't know, a month or two ago that the Orlando Magic were going to change everything, go under a full rebrand, retool, overhaul of their logo, their uniforms, everything like that for next season. And this morning we got the big reveal, the big announcement. I got everything here. We're going to react to it and we're going to rate everything out of 10. So, have any of you seen any of this yet?
Nope.
I have, and I sent it in the chat, but Gio doesn't read the chat.
So I'm not surprised, and I'm definitely not surprised by you. So we're gonna get a more authentic reaction here from Gio.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I purposely don't read the chat because of moments like this.
yeah, but you also kind of need to prep for stuff too.
Yeah, I know,
so
I
it's
know.
like, it's fine. But on the screen right now, this is the current timeline of what the Magic have had over the years. A lot of their alternate logos and main logos. So
Cool.
pretty interesting. My personal favorite's the one on the top right from 2000 to 2010. That
I
main
agree
logo.
with you.
I like the
Absolute
one on the
fire.
top left.
That's the old school one.
That's
Yeah.
really old.
So keep an eye on this one on the bottom left.
Oh,
The
cool. I like
1989 to 2000.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see the big logo reveal for the Orlando Magic?
Yeah.
Here it is.
It's
Okay.
exactly the same one as the bottom left.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Yeah, but that's similar. Yeah.
So Gia,
I'm
what
not
are your thoughts?
I don't know, man. This is like it's throwing me off a little bit. I mean, it's cool. It's I like the font, Orlando Magic. The colors are cool, I guess, but it's kind of basic. Just a
Yep.
basketball with stars, you know?
Kind of looks like the Raptors logo a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does
A little
actually.
They did darken the blue, which I do like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like more of a royal.
More of a royal,
Yeah.
kind of.
I like it.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts, Antoine?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of blue and black together, and the white, of course. Again, I feel like a logo that didn't take too long to put together. If I'm being honest with you.
The CEO spoke today. They said they've been working on this for years.
No
I
way.
mean, it's just modernized the bottom left logo.
I
I,
think-
mean, I can understand the placement of the stars and how they wanted it to be. But the basketball is not that hard to design, and then Orlando Magic is probably just typed in that black overtone,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it.
I think what annoys me is the O and the R on top are so far spaced apart.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Are they?
They are. A little bit.
Because you can see the distance between these two are a lot closer than the D and the O.
Correct.
So that's
Yeah.
that's for the OCDs out there.
Yeah, I see that.
But what would we
point.
rate? What would we rate this out of 10? You can
I'll give
use
it a
decimals if you want.
7.
7?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6.8.
Can you go 0.1 up?
I'll give it like
No.
a 7.5.
7.5. I'm gonna give this. I actually do. I like it, and I also don't. I'm gonna give this like a 7.3.
Okay.
out of
Yeah,
10.
it's not bad at all.
It's not bad. It's just a little on the plain side.
I've seen better.
Yeah, I like it better than their old one though.
You know what I do
Yes.
think, though?
But
I think Lance, our boy Lance, could have done a much better job.
Oh, of course.
I think he did redesign the Magic logo. If I could find it, I'll put it on the screen. If
Yeah.
not, then I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Lance, yeah.
shout out Lance. So that was obviously the main logo. The next thing is the uniforms. So these are all three of the uniforms. We're going to go through each one individually. Just basic thoughts originally on what you're seeing.
Everything but that black one.
I like the black one.
The black one's fire.
I like the black one.
So we'll get, we'll get to that in a moment.
I thought
though.
people were hating on that blue. That blue on the top.
Now that I'm seeing it again, the royal blue is, I don't like it as much on the jersey.
You're just not a blue fan.
No, the
Maybe I'm
royal
not.
blue looks great.
No, I don't know. On the I feel like on the court, it's not going to be the same. Like, I want a little bit lighter of a blue for the Orlando Magic. It just feels better for me.
Yeah.
But I do like the black one a lot with the blue on the top. I think that's going to be pretty cool to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's get into the rest of their branding.
nice.
So on the screen right now, this is all the main logos for the Magic. So on the top left is their primary logo. On the top right is their icon logo. You know how like the Clippers have the full logo and then it's just
Yeah.
the C and the ship.
Yep.
So that's that version of that.
Got it.
Bottom left is their alternate logo.
Okay.
And then you have their text logos there.
Yeah.
So I like how they replaced the A with the star, kind of like they did back in the day with the Shaq, T-Mac,
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway sort of days.
I like it.
I'm a
is-
huge fan of the alternate.
Yes.
I do like the alternate.
The alternate is really good. And then the back to the old roots of the A replacing by the stars in both Orlando and Magic should be a staple. They shouldn't change that at all.
Yeah, I like the
That's fact.
font on the bottom right
Yeah, the font's good.
logos.
I'm
The
not a
font is
huge
nice.
fan of the font.
I think it'll grow on you.
It might. I'll have to see it like in person, on like on a
Yeah.
jersey or whatever. But what would we rate kind of the whole thing
This whole
as?
thing?
Yeah,
All
out
the
of 10?
logos.
Yeah,
A solid 8.
I give it 7.5.
I'll give this an 8.5. I think this is more of a W rebrand than previous ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like how we're dipping back into like the past,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like modernizing it.
It's good.
So let's get into
Exactly.
the next slide here. This is what the court is gonna look like.
I like this a lot.
Yep. That
This is clean.
I actually like this a lot.
Yeah.
This is a 9 out of 10 court right here.
Hey, talk about it, man. What do you
can't
like?
even lie.
What do you like about it?
You know, initially that logo was like it was given like a 6.8, but now that I see the logo on the court, it's a 9 out of 10 logo, man.
There you go.
Imagine pulling up from the stars, bro. Like,
There's
come
going to be
on.
discrepancies on what a logo 3 is going to consist of on either side of the court.
Right, true. But
That
look,
is true.
But think about like all the things that Mark Jones can say, like pulls up from the stars. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
his play on words is ridiculous.
It's a
Anyways.
supernova. in
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro. We're going to get some good double bangs from
Remember when,
the White Stars.
Remember when Mark Jones was like, Russell Westbrook is on SGA like bronchitis. Wait, what did he say? Sorry.
He's in his lungs like
in
bronchitis.
his lungs or in his chest like bronchitis.
Yeah,
That
it
had
was
me
something like that.
dying, bro. But no, yeah.
He always pulls out the lingo.
Yeah, he does. He's good with
It
that.
took a fortuitous bounce. Like,
I'm really trying to be like Mark Jones for real.
you know, I'm trying to be like Kevin Harlan, bro. Did you see what he said in the second round? He's
Oh,
like, it's like
yeah.
I'm wet, I'm
I
dirty.
know.
I know.
Did he do that on purpose?
No, because Brunson fell into him to try and save the ball from going out of bounds.
Yeah.
He got water all over him.
yeah.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was saying all that
Yeah.
nonsense? Okay.
Kevin Harlan, it's okay.
Yeah.
He's so innocent, though.
He really is.
Yeah.
So shout out,
yeah.
bro. Banzo, what do you think of the court?
No, I love the court. I love blue and black and white and all together right here. And the paint looks phenomenal. The royal blue, of course, and you know the texture of the court itself.
Wait, why did I still think this was the Amway Center?
No, it's the Kia Center.
It's the Kia Center.
yeah.
Did they used to be Amway?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
when
not
did they
wrong.
change that? I'm sorry.
I'm going to look it up
Not
right
too
now.
long ago.
Because, yeah, obviously naming rights and stuff.
Yeah, but I love
Super
it.
competitive.
It's a solid 8.7.
I'm going with Gio, bro. This is like a 9 out of 10 court.
Nine,
Yeah.
bro.
It's fire.
I love this court. Yeah.
It's absolute W's because, like, I saw a picture of, like, the court in person. Yeah, you have, like, the cool designs, but the wood grain is, like, all unique. There's, like, it's not the same type of stuff.
Okay.
Which is pretty dope.
I like.
But yeah, that is the court.
Big fan.
Next slide. All right, so let's break down each jersey. This is the association jersey, the white. What do we think?
White is tough.
I love it. 9.5.
I'm always a big fan of the white jerseys. Like, I don't know which ones I don't know which jersey is going to be their home jersey, if it's the blue or the white.
The home is the blue.
The home is the blue.
Well, it's not home and away or anymore. It's just association, icon, and statement. They just
Oh.
they use whatever they want.
I don't like that. They should go back to home away, but it's okay. Yeah, I've always been a fan of the white jerseys. So
It was
I'll
the
give
Amway
this-
Center, by the way.
It was the Amway. Okay. So I'll give this jersey probably I'll give it an 8.
I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I don't like white jerseys, but this is how you do a white jersey.
Yeah.
I think it's also we're also from the New Jersey, New York area. We're biased towards pinstripes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it always looks clean.
Exactly.
So all right, let's get into the icon jersey.
Again.
This is the blue.
Phenomenal. 10-10.
Wow.
Wow, he's giving it straight 10. I'm gonna give this a 9.
I'm gonna give this an 8. It's the same thing.
Oh my
in my
You just
opinion.
don't like blue,
I like white.
but you don't like blue.
I mean, blue's cool.
But it's,
Cool
it's
blue.
dope. Blue's great.
Blue's cool.
That's crazy.
Blue's cool.
I love this one.
I like red. I'm a red guy, but yeah,
Yeah, you definitely seem like a red guy, even though Russell Westbrook only played in red for one season.
it's okay. No, 2 seasons.
I don't really count those Wizards jerseys. Those were ugly as hell. So the Wizards need to rebrand.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
wow,
right.
they do.
Talk about another team, yeah.
That's a good one. I can't wait for that to happen.
That's gonna be good.
That will be.
Ready to get into the next one?
Let's do it.
This is the statement jersey.
That one's better.
Again, I was seeing mixed views on Twitter about that blue top half.
This is
like it.
modeled after the warm-ups that they used to use back
Yes.
in the 90s. It's the
Yeah.
exact same thing.
This is nice.
This
I'm
is
like-
incredible.
yeah. This is a 9.3 right here.
I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like the black. The black is sick.
Yeah.
And the Magic is not going straight; it's going kind of horizontal. And then the blue on the shorts.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9-2.
Yeah. I mean,
9-1, 9-2.
have we ever seen a jersey that looked like this? This is
No.
like so original.
You got the combination of like the old school just royal blue,
Yeah.
and then you got the old school '90s pinstripes in
Yeah.
black, and then you got we loved what Atlanta did this year with their city edition with the
yeah.
I guess like the sash
Yes.
going across.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's what we want to see with these jerseys. This is
here it is.
Oh, that's
innovative.
true. Yeah.
And my biggest complaint with modern jerseys is that they're so boring, they're so template-y. And I guess you could say the first two are, but this one certainly is not. I mean, usually you'd see this out of a city edition, but this is essentially their alternate.
I love that.
So
I might
Yeah.
be watching the Magic more because like their jerseys are pretty appeasing to the eye.
they definitely are.
This one is.
They are aesthetically pleasing.
Very.
We'll wait for that city one because they used all three of their primary colors in these jerseys.
Yeah, so we'll have to see
what they do.
I mean, the city jersey doesn't necessarily reflect the primary colors. Like when
Yeah.
the last year Gordon and Vooch were there, they had an orange jersey because Florida is known for their oranges and everything.
I would love to see some type of Disney World design in that jersey.
It would be cool, but I mean, Disney. You already got Disney all over the jerseys with the sponsors.
That's true.
So,
That is true.
but yeah,
right.
honestly, Orlando Magic, shout out y'all, job well done.
Yeah. W rebrand.
I wouldn't say it's better than the Clippers one, but I would say it's a close second.
Well, yeah, it's the most recent rebrands we've seen. So
Yeah.
I think the Clippers are pretty good because the Clippers started from pretty much nothing.
Well, yeah, because the old Clippers jerseys, in my opinion, were kind of dog.
Yeah.
So they needed the rebrand badly. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what's next. I know Indiana kind of floated the idea of either going back to their old school '90s stuff or their past two city editions as their home and away, with the current gold, which is they're wearing now
Yeah.
in the NBA Finals as their statement.